everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm back working in my October daily for 2022. I'm going to be documenting day 3 and 4, and for day 3, I am using Serena B's prompt list, which is Halloween. So I'm going to be documenting this Happy Meal that I got from my great friend Nicole. Thank you so much for this beautiful Friends stamp set. I wanted to document it in my October daily. So what I decided to do was I wanted to start on the left side where I had created a Dutch door. I want to cover the opposite side with something cute. So I used some of my Studio Calico 3x8 papers. This is from their new Halloween kit from 2022, and I decided to go with the pumpkins. They're so adorable. Once I trimmed it down, they fit nicely, so I got to cover that Dutch door, and I'll still use my number to add with the pumpkins on the left side of my spread. Now, because I have a large 5x7 photo on the right side, I didn't have space to journal, so I needed to be creative. I went through my older kits here. As you guys know, I've been using some of my older stash, and I found a 3x4 card. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. I don't need the whole card to add journaling, and because I don't have the space for journaling, so I thought, I could create a little slit through my photo and slide the journaling card through that little slit. So what I wanted to do is also create a tab for my 3x4. So I basically used a die cut for that, and I'm backing up the card with another die cut for my tab. So basically, this side of my card is going to hold my journaling. It's going to look all nice and cute. And then when you slide it in, you'll see the tab that says trick or treat yourself. You can see here that I thought I would add another die cut just to add an embellishment to my card, but I decided against it. I thought like it was too much for the card once I add my journaling. But anyways, I also will be adding like half circles to the tab just to add some interest to my little tab. And now we can add the slit through my photo. I'm just going to grab my magic mat and I'm going to cut the slit right through my photo and add my card through the slit. I will add my tape, so I'm going to add the tape around my little pocket here just to make sure that my 3x4 does not slide through. I come to stick it down and then remembered that I need a little space where I can add my fingers to pull out the card, if that makes sense. So I'm going to actually grab my circle punch and basically punch out a half a circle within my slit and within my photo. And that way it makes it easier to pull out my card and put it back in. Okay, so I'm almost done with day number 3. All I'm going to do is add my number to my Dutch door. And then I'm going to grab my Ellen Hudson stamp set. I think this stamp set is called Booze Inside. It's such an adorable stamp set. And it had There's Booze Inside on that stamp set. So I'm going to literally use the Booze Inside, stamp it in the corner just to add a little something to my photo. And then we can move to day 4. I did want to mention that I'm not sticking to Serena B's prompt list. I'm just grabbing prompts from her list and using them as I go. So this prompt was Home Spooky Home. And I think it was on a different day, but I'm using it for day 4, I think. So if you want to change out your prompts, you can totally do that. So anyways, I will be documenting my home. And when I was going through my 3x8 card for day number 3, I saw this one that had the house and I thought it was perfect for this prompt. So I basically am going to use it on the left side. And for the right side, for my 5x7 photo, I'm going to add some vellum. I've had this vellum for a while now and I really want to use it. I'm basically just backing up my photo with the vellum piece. And I say this all the time, when you are adding interactive elements, definitely leave some space on the side of your trimmed out paper or vellum so you can tuck it behind your photo to make the process easier so it looks like it's a part of your notebook. I don't want to stick it down yet just because I'm not sure if I want to add anything. So I leave it as is and I'm going to start working on the opposite side of my spread. Now I love this paper, but I want some paper to stamp home, sweet, and spooky home. I thought this dotted paper from Studio Calico would work. So I basically trimmed it down. I trimmed both papers down to fit into my notebook. And now I'm going to start stamping. So I start stamping with this Elle Studio stamp set. It's adorable. It's a very old one. I'm not sure if it's available anymore, but I'm going to start by stamping home with this alpha stamp. And then I'm going to go through my stamps and find the word sweet. I really wanted to save myself time stamping, and I wanted to change up the fonts. So I found an old Feed Your Craft stamp set. It was all about food and it had the word sweet. It was a different font, so it worked perfectly. I will just pick up the word sweet and then stamp sweet underneath home. I'll also grab an Ali Edwards stamp to stamp and then the spooky, I'm going to use one of my favorite stamp sets. This stamp set is the Frankenstein stamp set, and it had large bold words on there, and one of them was spooky. So I'm gonna end up stamping spooky with some really beautiful purple ink just to change it up a little bit. I wanted my title to kind of stand out. So I'm gonna use this really pretty purple and stamp spooky, grab those alpha stamps again and stamp home to finish my title. I love how my title turned out. It's so bold and in your face, and that's what I was looking for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start sticking things down. I'm gonna stick down my title, my paper from Studio Calico, and I will also stick down my photo. I felt like, you know what, because my title was so bold, I didn't need to add much to my photo. I think it just looks good as is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick that down as well. While I was sticking down my photo, I noticed the little moon from my Studio Calico paper, and I thought I didn't want to waste it, so I'm just going to trim around it and basically add it right above my title. Wait, I don't waste my paper, and it's a cute moon, so I end up using it. And to bring in some interest to my vellum, I decided to use this adorable ghost from an old die cut pack, I think from last year. I'm just going to literally add it to my vellum piece, and also I'll end up adding a word sticker underneath it. I just felt like I needed to balance it out a little bit. But anyways, at this point, I want to add some color to my title. So I'm using the stars in black, I think, and in yellow. I add it to the top and the bottom. And then I'll grab my word stickers and add something underneath my ghost. Now, after I was done putting the spread together, I decided to back up my ghost, and you'll see the little die cut that I end up backing up the ghost with at the end of the video once I share my photos, but I felt like I needed to add a little something there. So as you can see now, when I flip open my vellum piece, it just needed something. So I do end up covering that up with another die cut. But for now, I'm adding some hearts to my photo. I will be stamping The Weirdos Are Out. That is a Paper Person Shop stamp set. And I will also end up adding my journaling later on to my Studio Calico paper with the little house, and also to my 3x4 card as well. But that's about it, you guys. I'm going to call my layouts done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.